On to the final day of the Dubai International Baja. It's crunch time for our competitors with a host of prizes on offer at the end of today's outing. We'll be celebrating the winners of the Baja itself, of course, one of the biggest events on the calendar, and the season's overall champions will also be crowned in the Baja's World Cup and the Middle East World Cup. No risk, no glory. Welcome to Stage 2. This is the Zayed and Rashid stage, which pays tribute to the founding fathers of the United Arab Emirates before the country celebrates National Day 53 on Monday. 195k against the clock, with more tricky dunes to navigate in the Al Qudra Desert. Any success later this evening?
Another long day in the desert then for all the competitors on two wheels. First down to the start line, as is tradition, it was the bikes that kicked off today's action. And winner of stage 1 yesterday, Konrad Dabrowski, charged with opening the stage today. A massive navigational challenge, but one he was ready to take on.
I'm feeling good. It's my home terrain. I train here a lot, so it's just a pleasure for me to race here in this race.
Dabrowski then broke the silence and charged into the stage on his KTM rally bike. His lead coming into today, nearly 5 minutes. Remember, the Polish rider has never won here in Dubai and is desperate to add his name to the winners list. Further back, Mohammed Al-Balushi was doing everything he could in the stage to try and catch the Polish rider. The local star, with 2 wins under his belt already here in Dubai, wants the hat-trick. But he needed to be at his absolute best today to make it happen. The splits were good and the gap did come down, but it wasn't enough. Balushi had to settle for second this year in Dubai, but is your double World Cup title winner.
I'm really happy. I'm so that to do it still, and more importantly to do it 2 years in a row is amazing. Is Alhamdulillah, cannot thank enough God for giving me this blessing. In the end, it's blessing, be walking and riding.
In the fight for the final podium spot, Sultan Al-Balushi, great friend of Mohammed, was going head-to-head with Alex McInnes. A great ride yesterday, and capitalising on McInnes' penalty meant the local man came into today hanging on to third place and was doing everything to try and join his friend on the rostrum. It was a good ride, but would it be enough? Back in the stage, the hard-charging McInnes was absolutely on it. The Scotsman, who lives out here in Dubai, is no stranger to these dunes, and riding his Husqvarna, he was leaving nothing on the shelf. He was not just quicker than Balushi, he was quicker than everyone, winning the stage. But was it enough to nab that final podium position? As he crossed the line, the time stopped, but it wasn't to be. McInnes had to settle for 4th overall.
No podium today. It was super difficult to make time. It was just super flat out the whole stage. Nothing where you can really make an advantage. I think I made some time, but not enough. I know for sure maybe I made 4 minutes, but it's just so fast you can't do anything different to everyone else. We're all just going so fast.
Up at the front though, nobody could get close to Konrad Dabrowski. In a league of his own, the Polish star taking a stage win yesterday and doing enough today to take the overall victory.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a sprint race and good for physical condition.
So after 2 days of intense racing, Dabrowski wins over 3.5 minutes clear of Al-Balushi in second. Sultan Al-Balushi in third, ahead of Alex McInnes. Hamdan Al-Ali rounds out your top 5. So, with the bikes all wrapped up for another year, the attention then turns towards the quads. And with a monumental lead coming into today, Abdulaziz Ali only needed to cruise through the stage towards another victory. But That's not his style. Riding his beautifully prepared Yamaha Raptor 700R, Abdulaziz Ali was not holding back. A double stage win, and for the third year in a row, he confirmed himself king of the Dubai Dunes. Winner in 2022, 2023, and again now in 2024.
Happy, tired. I think I have all the emotions at the same time. No, but I'm actually very, very happy. Third win in a row. This is a special win, especially for UAE National Day. So I give this win to all the sheikhs and all the citizens and the locals in UAE.
Back in the stage, the fight for World Cup honours was still technically on, but with a comfortable lead coming into the Dubai International Baja, it was looking good for Hani Al-Numesi, and as he crossed the line, fourth overall, it also confirmed his title honours. Ali's third consecutive victory here in Dubai then, his eventual winning margin nearly 2 hours clear of Abdulaziz Al Shayaban in second.
Let's go for stage 2.
Moving on then to the T3 Challenger class now, and what a day it was yesterday for Nasser Al Attiyah, taking a convincing stage win. But all eyes were actually on Khalid Al Jafla, another local star, and if he can stay ahead of Spain's Eduard Pons today, he will win the FIA World Baja Cup for T3.
Alhamdulillah, we got what we planned for it, and now we are leading 2 minutes. Today I hope everything goes right. I'm going to push from the beginning to make more gap and to finish the rally with enough to secure my championship.
The Emirati on good form this morning, and with final preparations all complete, he set off into the stage. In hot pursuit came Eduard Pons, the Spanish driver with a massive uphill task today. Over a minute down on Al Jafla coming into this final stage, but he had not given up hope yet, and he would be correct not to do so. At the 2/3 mark of the stage, Al Jafla had a roll. The tracking showed him stopped, and he was going no further. And with that, a delighted Pons caught and passed him, going on to finish second today and wrap up the 2024 title.
It was tough. I was pushed as much as I can. He was pushing a lot. We were very on the same position, and he rolled here just 25 kilometers to the end in a difficult area out of piste. Here we are.
With the championship all sewn up, the attention's focused on Al Attiyah and his fight for not just class honours, but of all of the four-wheeled classes here in Dubai. With Pablo Moreno alongside him, the pair surged to victory, taking the T3 win and overall honours here in the desert. The tourist machine did not skip a beat, and Al Attiyah crossed the line to mark his 13th Dubai title.
I think this is a special win, you know, because to win against T1 Plus is not normal, you know, but you know, welcome to desert.
Al Attiyah finishing over 16 minutes clear of Pons, your T3 champion this year, and what a drive from Mitchell van den Brink to finish on the podium. A bright future for that young man.
Fernando Alvarez is a man of many talents, and if things don't work out for him in this rally raid lark, he could no doubt find work back home as a window cleaner. Fun and games before the start, but the Argentine had a serious job to do.
I am, I think, 40 seconds behind the first one, so I will try to push. I will try to win the race. Like always, try to push and try to win. This is my philosophy.
What's the Spanish for squeaky clean? 10 months, 8 rounds, and it all came down to this, the final day of the FIA World Baja Cup. But try as he might, Alvarez, who has been struggling a bit with sciatica in recent days, couldn't overhaul his rival João Ferreira. He won the T4 title, but had to settle for second in the overall championship.
Finally, we were second overall, but I am really proud of my team, of my co-driver, of myself, because the winner of the overall, Ferreira, need 2 pilots, 2 kind of cars, 2 teams, just to beat a 60 years old man. So I'm really happy and proud of myself and my people.
João Diaz will have been hoping for a better performance this weekend. After impressing at several World Championship events in 2024, the Portuguese driver ran into big trouble yesterday. It was much better today though, in second place on the stage, but he finished a long way back overall. Well, the vehicles are so similar in T4 that this really is a driver's class. And the victory on stage 2 went to Abdullah Al Haidan. The Saudi made headlines at the end of October by winning the Qasim Rally on home soil, and this was another demonstration of his pace. Alongside Kuwaiti co-driver Baja Al Ajmi, he won the day by 56 seconds from Diaz. The overnight leader, Mashari Al Thafiri, had an absolute blast today. The Kuwaiti said this was the best stage he's ever done at the Dubai International Baja, a great mix of tough dunes and fast pistes, absolutely perfect. Al Thafiri did lose a little bit of time on his rivals though. He ended up in second place overall in the SSVs. Well, meanwhile, the battle was raging between Ahmad Al-Kawari and Dania Akil for overall victory in the Middle East Baja Cup. Al-Kawari enjoyed himself more than he did yesterday, but agonisingly, the championship lead slipped out of his hands on this final stage as he lost around 4 minutes to Akil. It has been a sensational fight across the 4 rounds, and the 2 frontrunners also had to keep an eye on Majid Al-Thunay, who was busy winning over in the T2 class. In the end though, Akil did enough to secure overall victory in both the T4s and the Middle East Baja Cup. The Saudi just keeps going from strength to strength as she builds towards the ultimate class.
It was very nice and a pleasure to race until the end with everybody, no matter how many cars in their class, no matter what car they have, and all of that. It was really competitive and it was fun.
Akil following in the footsteps of last year's T4 winner João Ferreira, who's also our new World Baja Cup champion. Let's take a closer look.
I'm from Portugal, I'm 25 years old. I love motorsport. I started racing in 2010 in karting and I jumped rally raid in 2019, and since then I've been growing and growing. 99% of my life this year was for racing and rally raid because I did more than 20 races. Dubai Baja, it's a short race, a Baja systems. It's what I'm used to it. But to be honest, I like both. I like to race during 1 week, like in Morocco. I like doing races just on the weekend. Basically, I just love racing and what I do. Yeah, it's my second time here in Dubai. Last year we won the T4 class with Saud Racing. Completely different cars. Now we are in the ultimate class, like the top. I will fight with drivers that I grew up seeing on TV, so it will be an honor to fight against them. It's true, I've been growing a lot year by year. I'm a very competitive person, so it's clear that I don't grow fast enough because there are still drivers faster than me. But okay, that's how I think, because I want to be like them one day or even better than them. Here in Dubai will be very, very different compared to last year, because last year with the Can-Am was easy to cross the dunes because you have a lot of vision, the car is very light, you have a lot of power, a lot of acceleration. Now with this big car will be more difficult. We cannot see as good. You feel more the impacts in the dunes. I get seasick, so in the dunes it's not the ideal situation, but we are happy to be here, and we need to start to do races like this. Winning the World Cup will be super nice, you know. The fight it's on, we are just leading by 9 points. But okay, racing it's fun like this, and we will do our best to bring the World Cup to Portugal.
Seth Quintero arrived back at the bivouac yesterday with that familiar sinking feeling. The American had been the fastest man out there until his hopes were dashed by suspension problems.
Unfortunately, I ended up losing a shock. Again, we came here to test, and we're testing some things on the suspension, so ended up losing it about 14 kilometers before the finish. I was going to try to finish, but with the new chassis and everything, I just wanted to make sure that it was all good for the big race. So yeah, definitely a bummer deal, but I'm happy with my driving, happy with everything. Just got to work out that one little kink.
Rally Raid is all about dusting yourself off and going again, and that's exactly what 22-year-old Quintero did today. And he and his co-driver Denis Zentz had a much happier time of it in their Toyota Hilux. Seth wasn't able to use his preferred suspension settings after yesterday's issues, but they still had a nice clean day and went second quickest on 4 wheels. Disaster struck, on the other hand, for Lucas Morais, who'd been flying here in Dubai. The Brazilian was testing something different on his suspension and it failed, and then he broke the wishbone. But it's still been a useful weekend of testing, and they have a better idea of what needs improving in this new Hilux. Juan Cruz Jacopini had a similar day to Quintero, roaring back from mechanical disappointment yesterday to take the stage victory. The Argentine hasn't had too many opportunities to showcase his abilities this season, but when he and his co-driver Dani Oliveras are on it, they're always fighting with the best. They were the fastest vehicle out there on this second stage. Today we drove very well and had a very good pace. I'm happy because I was able to get rid of the bitter taste of not finishing yesterday due to problems that were beyond my control. Today we enjoyed it, did a very good job, so I'm happy to be here. There are 3 of the new petrol-powered Minis competing here at the Dubai International Baja, and one of them's been entrusted to the highly experienced Lionel Beau. The Frenchman's been doing rallies for over 30 years now, while his co-driving daughter Lucy, who's nearly 27, has been racing since she was 16. A very solid family effort this week, as they came 3rd overall in T1. Just ahead of them was Denis Krotov, also in one of the new Minis. He began 2024 in an overdrive Toyota Hilux, but a few weeks ago he returned to X-Raid, where he actually started his motorsport career in a BMW. Krotov's been testing a few things this week, but that didn't stop him finishing 2nd in class. He always enjoys coming to Dubai.
Three, 4 times for competition in Baja. Kostya maybe 10, 11 is all guys. Yeah, it's good place, it's a good race, very nice.
But victory in T1 went to João Ferreira. The Portuguese driver had a bit of pressure on his shoulders this week as he was looking to seal the deal in the World Baja Cup, and he did exactly that alongside trusted wingman Felipe Palmeiro, who won the co-driver's title. Ferreira didn't quite manage to win the Dubai title, finishing 3 minutes down on Nasser Al-Attiyah, but he got what he came for, even if he was still waiting for confirmation at the finish line.
We think we won the World Cup, and we finished 2nd in the race. We are not sure, we have to wait until everyone finished to celebrate properly, so far so good.
You did indeed win it, João, from Krotov, as Beau snuck ahead of his fellow Frenchman Ronan Chabot by just 12 seconds. Miroslav Zaplatal rounding out the top 5 in T1. And here are the overall rally standings. lucky number 13 for Alatia.
Of course, this is a challenge. I'm racing already since more than 10 years in cars like this. Not so easy for me, you know, I don't have finger function and looks not so bad, and I think we will be ready for the race.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to a new adventure. I haven't tested anything. I'm really nervous. I'm happy we've got a cage around us and a seatbelt, but I'm nervous all the same. I was asking Mark for some German words to help me slow you down.
Obviously been friends with Heinz and Hannes for a long time, and like a good stepping stone for me maybe, as I don't have so much time and experience being a co-driver, so any time I can gain is obviously beneficial at this point.
I'm still trying to figure out all these buttons, if I'm honest.
Okay. Obviously Hannes is in the wheelchair, so it's got its, a few of its own difficulties, but it's going to be a cool adventure, like you say, and I'm happy to share it with him.
With the left hand I'm steering, just steering, I'm fixed on the steering wheel. And with the right hand I have brake and throttle. Shifting, I have automatic, so I don't have to shift. And like this it's possible to participate.
Back is brake. Yeah. Back is brake.
No, back is gas.
Good. I can. When you start to come back, I say So forward is brake. What was it? Slow down in German again?
Langsam.
Langsam. Langsam. I'll be shouting that a lot, I think.
The co-pilot I had in first doesn't have the right license, so I had to search for another one, and then I saw Sam is here in Dubai. Let's see how he is, because yeah, he's 2 times Dakar winner with the bike, so for sure he is good with navigation. Hope he is not getting too afraid if I'm not always under control, maybe, or something like this.
What I like to do in the dunes often is when I arrive to a high one, because you know there's small ones, big ones, a high one. Anytime that you're on a high one, take a half second to look up to see where the track's going, because you have a reference, and if you see the car in front disappear, ooh, there's a drop. Whereas if you see him disappear but like quickly see him again, you say okay, stay forward.
Yeah.
In terms of like a technical side, he manages it really well, and it's just in case we have any sort of drama, it's my responsibility to obviously get him out of the car and make sure that he's safe, and yeah, it adds another dynamic to it.
For me the dream is already fulfilled, that I can do that. For me it's really a passion to do this.
Yeah, my main concern is having fun, honestly, so hopefully we can do that. We'll be all right.
Well, in the national class, Sam and Hannes may well have had fun, but sadly it was short-lived. The pair managed 40 kilometres on day one before stopping with steering failure, while today they only managed 30 kilometres when Kindergartner's hand control failed, leaving them stranded. Not the perfect start, but the pace was good when they were running. Instead, yesterday's stage winner, Sergei Karyakin, knew that he would have to work hard to keep Andreas Borgmann behind him.
What about his name?
Now we know pressure's on from everybody. Pressure's on.
As they got going, Karyakin was coming under extreme pressure from Borgmann, the Abu Dhabi Baja Challenge champion, pushing flat out. Also, it was Maxim Daikam who dragged himself up into second overall, while Karyakin dropped to third. But out in front and eventually doing enough to wrap up the national race, Andreas Borgmann, your winner. It's been another incredible weekend of competition, celebrating the 8th iteration of this spectacular event. Congratulations to all our winners. Let's ride on board with them one last time. What a way to close out the Dubai International Baja. Until next year, it's goodbye.